Vine's weekly wine series, and we've recruited more people today because we have a very, very exciting tasting on this Friday afternoon. We are going to be tasting water. Yes, water. It's actually a really interesting exercise, and I think that you can do it with your friends, your family, and anybody to sort of buff up your skills about tasting. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what are your tasting skills. So we have a couple, we have a sommelier, or an enologist in training, so she can give us more technical terms. So we have Emmy and Wendy and Ale, who you know. So we have 4 different waters. We're not going to tell you what they are. We have a local, another local, another local, and an imported one. So, so what do you guys do when you first taste like water or wine or anything? What do you guys do?
Smell it.
So you smell it. Okay. So what do you guys do? So you guys smell this a little bit. What do you guys think about all these?
So the clear water, you cannot feel anything.
So there are different smells in actually all these waters. And you can do this, you know, the big thing in the States right now is like bottled water, like Boss and Evian and Perrier, and so there is a big difference between different waters. So I think that it's a really good exercise to try. If you can master water, you can then move on to wine.
The last one has a really strong.
Yes.
The last one has a really strong aroma.
The 2 last ones are very strong. The 2 first ones are.
So what kind of smells do you guys get?
Soil.
The third one is kind of, you can smell like earthy.
Yeah, a little dusty. I get a little bit of chlorine.
And the last one is a bit more like chlorine.
Chlorine.
Yes.
And what's actually interesting, I think, I could be wrong, but in the US we add fluoride to our water, which actually helps teeth, but I don't think it's common here in Argentina. So I think that is also another interesting part of how they process water. So whether it's a salt content, whether it's chlorine, whether it's fluoride, I think those all have different attributes in the water. So what's the second thing that you do once you taste? Anyone?
Taste. We
smell
it. Taste.
So it tastes. Good job. I'm glad you guys could think about the wine.
Yeah, it's really soft. It's not like strong, but you drink it, it's like.
Exactly. I mean, well, in Mendoza, the water is hard, actually. You have a lot of magnesium and calcium. So that makes the water harder.
So, because Mendoza's in the desert, we have to get all of our water basically from the mountains. So all of the water tends to be really full of minerals and calcification. So you'll see in your bathroom, like all of the showers will have that sort of haze on it. It's really hard.
The tip of your
hair. It's very sad here.
It's actually better for the soap to make foam because of the hard water.
So it's true. Like you have to have super shampoo.
Yes. And I think the first 3 of them are like very light. And the 4th one is like a bit, you can perceive it's a bit heavier on your mouth, like it has more.
I think the first one to me, the texture, that's another thing that's really interesting about like when you taste. So when you taste, you want to feel how everything goes from the beginning to the end. So how it hits your mouth, how it hits your tongue, how it goes in the mid palate, and then when you swallow in the finish, and if it leaves any lingering flavor. So that's all imparts when you taste wine. It's the exact same thing. For me, in the first one, it's really soft.
Yeah, it's like velvet.
Yeah, exactly. It's got a nice finish. It doesn't have any, I don't know, really any finish at all. And the third one to me is like glass. It's just slippery smooth.
For me, it smells like dust still.
The last one has a very.
And the other thing to check is your glasses. So if it smells like dust, and maybe your neighbors doesn't smell like dust, then maybe what you want to do is check your glasses and make sure that it's not just you. So that's another really good point.
The third one has kind of a silky flavor to it, right? Like it's very soft.
Yeah, I get the exact same thing. This is fascinating. best for your health and hydrating and tasting.
That's healthy.
So when you do this, first you're going to do a water tasting, then you can do your wine tasting.
To detox first.
Well, I like them all except the last one.
Except the last one.
Where is it from?
Ah, you want the unveiling?
Yes.
Oh. Ooh la la. Bueno. We have several different waters. And they all have different packaging as well, so this is kind of fun and exciting. Tap water.
Explains everything.
So, the first one is actually
From the Maltese.
Villavicencio. Now you'll see this everywhere in Mendoza.
Yeah.
So, this is without gas. Generally in Mendoza they add a lot of salt to their water.
Minerals.
Like, yeah, it's definitely a mineral water. So this is the first one. So it's pretty smooth, it's easy. The second one is actually Evian. So it comes from France. To me, this wasn't super distinctive.
Yeah.
It was just like normal.
Yes, nothing very different from
No.
the first one.
I think I like the first one better than all of them.
Me too.
Well, I also think that has to do with our palates. We tend to like salt a lot here. It goes really well with the asados.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Here in Mendoza,
You'll have low pressure.
at the grocery stores, basically they have a wall to salt just for asados. It's amazing. So they basically, the only thing they put on meat is salt. We don't have sauces, we just have salt. So that's probably also why we all like the first one. And the third one actually is a new water. It's in a bottle, that's why. Freudian slip. It's Southern Sky. So they actually have bottled it. It's new. It's lower in sodium, and I think that's where you get like the silky.
silkiness.
Exactly. So the salt like sticks to your tongue, so it's pegado, and then this is like it's like more slippery smooth. And then the fourth one is actually tap water.
Yeah.
So
Like from your
Totally tell.
He's like, oh, I feel like
I hope that we're not drinking water from your swimming pool.
you never know.
You have drunk it anyway.
Well, thank you guys for helping me with my water tasting.
Yeah, this was actually very
great.
interesting.
Yes.
It is. It's actually very
Education.
The next one we're going to do is with sparkling water. We're gonna look at-
Different bubbles.
Next Friday.
I love. Exactly. Next
Friday.
Friday. And we can also bring in Mariana, who's the real sommelier. We're just fake ones. And thank you guys. Cheers. Cheers. Lengua. Está como ching, 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 ching. Eso como.
Sí. Oh, date. Ay, esta tiene feo, no. Recuerdo.
Sí, era más feo.
Tierra.
Y la última. Lo editas, ¿no?
Sí, yo parece